My god, just fucking watching hentai!
Some of the scenes in the manga, oh my, that was hot.
Can you read the manga? It's just like...
Hi, what's up, guys? We're back again with Purin's podcast, and I'm your host Jin, and I'm brought to you by.
Brought to you, so I'm the sponsor now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
not brought to you, but
So
we're here today with.
I'm not complaining.
Where's the money? Where's the money I can use for myself? Why am I using it on this podcast?
Cause you're
Welcome back to the Purin podcast, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So not very good at this one.
We're not very good with the introductions. We'll get better at this, but anyways, we're here with.
Kevin, I'm the Sue Anime's external VP.
And former events director, Bill Wang.
Righto, and I'm media director as usual, and I'll be running the podcast like every week. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So what did we do last week, boys? What did we do?
Last week we talked a little bit about what we do in Sue Anime, just like a really brief rundown of what you and I do in the club. We also talked about Bill, how he used to be in the club and what he thinks about the club. And that's all I really remember. I kind of just fell asleep hours after that. So.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds about right. But last week, basically to recap, did some housewarming about the podcast, introduction about myself and the co-host Kevin, and our special guest, and how we did about what we did in terms of events for Sue Anime last week. That's about it. We're gonna move on today. We're on spicy anime, getting right off the bat and talking about anime because we're Sue Anime, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we're not really Sue Anime because we're Purin's podcast, but we are run by Sue Anime. So yes, we are gonna talk about anime today.
Yeah, I hope so. So, you want to open up?
Okay, so I guess the today's topic is animes that changed our lives or like shaped our childhood. Not stolen from Trash Taste, but yes.
Oof. That is a philosophical question.
I've got several at different points in my life.
How about we take it from the start? Like let's say
From the very
when did we all start watching anime here? When did we all start watching anime?
I started watching anime with ABC 3, like the kind of like kids/young teens channel from ABC, and they played, I think back then, Sword Art Online when it was first
my
being released.
God.
I think that was my first ever one. Besides,
Man started with the Black Swordsman.
Yeah, the Black
besides
Swords-
like obviously
the
like
beater.
One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, but I only watched those like here and there because back then they weren't really on TV as far as I knew, and so I just watched it through like my cousin's TV or whatnot. So I never really kept up. And the only time I actually went start to finish with an anime, first time was SAO with ABC3. Yeah.
Okay.
They
Well,
had the second season.
What was your first anime?
Let's say I started pretty young.
Oh,
Okay, but like
what kind of anime though? What
it was
did we
like
start with?
it was before I even knew anime was anime.
Dragon
Okay.
Ball.
Yeah, and this is actually on theme with this week's event.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
So
all right.
basically,
Right. We're gonna talk about the event anyways, but yeah, you can go ahead.
It's a bit of a foreshadowing.
Yep.
Yeah, so like this is like Chinese TV, right? And then there's something called Kaku, which is like a Chinese TV like channel.
Yep.
And then a show that they would always like play is Card Captor Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like 4 years old when I first watched it.
I thought you were gonna say Sailor Moon before.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say
I
Sailor
mean,
Moon too.
both are on theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this Card Captor Sakura was like my first series.
How about you then?
All right. So my first anime, surprisingly, wasn't Dragon Ball. Does Doraemon count as anime, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I started with Doraemon when I was a kid, and then I think I just kept watching Doraemon, and then like I watched here and there of Conan because like the TV channels just like gave whatever random
Oh yeah, same,
animes.
same.
It doesn't go in order too, so
Oh yeah, they just throw like random episodes
yeah.
out.
And then like when I came to Australia, I was also watched ABC3 and 99 Go,
Oh, 99
and then
Go, yes.
I started my Yu-Gi-Oh phase.
Oh.
I think it
I
was
challenge you to a
Yu-Gi-Oh's. I
duel.
think it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. That was the one that started me in Yu-Gi-Oh! I know it's not traditional first Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was what got me into like, damn. There's something towards anime. Like, I mean, yeah, that was like my first introduction to anime. Doraemon and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, Pokemon, but like, nah, but Doraemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like what made my pre-10-year-old childhood, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
You
fair
know,
enough.
speaking on the magical girl thing, the second anime I watched on ABC3 was the most messed up second choice ever. Can you guess? Puella Magica.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I was about to say it, but I was
I
trying
was
to
like-
remember the title.
I don't remember exactly how old I was. I remember I was single digits when that thing aired, and episode 3 aired, and I was on such copium. It's like, they'd never kill off a character on a kid's show.
But surely,
Anyway,
if
she
you're like
never
single
did,
digits. You probably
Anyway,
don't
that
even
one
understand the
character
show.
never ever came back again until like later on, where they die again. So it's like, what the? Okay, yeah, very normal childhood. I'd say.
I mean, pre-10s, fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! Dude, go Golem. He smashed.
Yeah. How about different questions? What anime would you say changed your life after you became aware of what anime it was?
It is
So when would you say that
yeah, like
we
what
started, like,
age?
recognize anime as anime?
Yeah, pretty much. Like after you actually started watching anime, was like a pivotal series.
I guess I'll start off since I think when 14 years old was when like, because like before then I wouldn't call anime. I would just be like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah.
just cartoons, right?
Yeah.
And then I think in my high school, like year 8, I was like, wait, I'm so bored. I have nothing to do with my life. And then I was like, maybe I'll go watch anime because like my sister was really into anime, and I was just like, what should I watch? And then she was like, I reckon you can start with SAO. And then I was like, sure. I watched it, but then I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw her watch it before, so it was like not really my first anime intro.
Yeah.
And then like I think after that, I went to watch Akame ga Kill.
Paper laugh.
No. I got something similar because when I first entered, I was still calling. I didn't know what the fuck anime was. When I first entered high school, I was like talking to my this new friend that I was making at the time, about whatever anime I was watching at the time. I think it was legit like either Del Toro's Quest
Yeah.
or a more popular one. But I can't remember exactly. And I remember back then he was like a lot more on the edgy side. So he was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta watch Tokyo Ghoul." Mind you, we're like at the
Oh.
start of year 7.
Oh yeah, Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, you made me remember some more stuff now.
Yeah, and I did end up watching it, and I don't know, I liked it enough, but watching it, I realized, dude, the kid I'm talking to is kind of like
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
kind of edgy.
Like when I was 12 years old, I probably thought SAO was like the best anime in the
Yeah,
world.
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
true.
lie.
Okay,
Not
that's
gonna lie.
So,
Yeah.
got everything, got the powers, got the women's.
He's got the visions.
wow.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
this is
my
not
God.
technically an anime, but you know what changed my life after SAO? SAO Bridge.
Oh, yep. SAO Bridge.
Everyone's gotta give that a go once.
Yeah.
That's fun
okay.
as well.
I mean, SAO Bridge, good. But Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
No, I did
That
not
is-
watch.
You are uncultured. You are uncultured. But
Oh man.
that one, like, in terms of Abridged, that was probably my favorite Abridged series that I kept rewatching over and over.
Yeah, classic Super Saiyan 3, shouting for 20 minutes. Oh, never gets old. Never gets old.
So
Bill.
okay, in that. Oh,
No. You can keep going.
I was gonna move on.
Oh, Bill hasn't said his anime.
Yeah,
yet.
that's the thing. I was like wondering, has Bill?
Yeah.
He's the one that brought it up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he didn't say anything
Hey,
yet.
you say it.
You hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, it's not. It technically is an anime, but I read the manga for it, and something that kind of really got me really into manga and drawing as a whole was something called Bakuman.
Manga and anime
Wait.
is the same thing, isn't it? Not. I'm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. I'm
Am I thinking of the correct Bakuman, the ball rolling one?
No, that's
No.
Bakugan.
Oh, that's Bakugan.
Bro, you're trolling.
I'm gonna
Okay,
guess.
this is like-
Pokemon.
It's a pretty old series, but basically, it's written by the same guys who wrote Death Note.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's a manga about publishing manga. Yeah. Yeah,
I watched the anime for it. I didn't read the manga.
Yeah, I
for
read
it.
the manga. It was, bro, that shit was busting.
You want to know why I watched Bakuman?
Why?
'Cause at 15-year-old, I saw top 10 anime romances, and then Bakuman was in there for some reason.
Oh, yeah,
dude, those
Because there was
top
like
10
a kiss scene or something, and then it was like, oh
the
man,
the romance
gotta
was
hit
pretty
that.
low key, but
Dude,
it was
the top-
it was pretty cute.
Yeah.
The top 10
And not gonna
videos
lie,
that-
that
Yeah.
series got me into enjoying for like a straight 3 years.
The top 10 anime AMVs.
Dude, I watched Code Geass because I watched a top 10 anime openings and Code Geass came up number 1. I was like, now gotta give it a try. You know what's really funny too?
What?
I don't remember like much of Code Geass besides the story itself. So when I went to rewatch it when I was in like second year uni, I was like, dude, were the characters always this skinny? No, because they're actually drawn like.
I mean, have you seen Lelouch?
No, but the
The
thing is,
Lush
like-
v Britannia.
Bro, I didn't remember it. I just remembered the story. I was like, dude, that story's hype as hell. And I decided
Yeah.
to rewatch it with my friend. And then when I booted up, and the necks were like 2 meters long,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the bodies were
Yeah.
like 2 millimeters wide. I was
The
like,
art kind of
Okay.
did not translate well over
Did I?
time.
But on the topic of the Code Geass, I remember watching it as like when I was like 10, right?
yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, Lelouch. This is literally Magnus Carl's in anime. but then like, fast track like 7 years later, I was like rewatching it, and I was like, how come he doesn't seem as smart as I remember him used to be?
yeah, I know, right? It's just like, because when you're
Yeah.
a kid, you're like super impressionable, right? And when
Yeah.
you're an adult,
Yeah.
it's just like,
yeah.
It's
is
like
this
I've
guy
seen
on
it.
crack?
Yeah.
It's like, but that's not how it works.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And think about Lelouch, but then we think about Light in Death Note. It's like there's like several tiers to how smart an anime
Yeah,
character
yeah.
can
But
be.
at the same time, Light is also just like at some points he seems really smart, and other points he's just like, bro, what level of smoke did he just take in order to get away with this? Like, there's no way he humanly concocts that unless he took like white, red, blue, and black powder all at the same time. Like,
Bro,
the last scene as well, you know what I mean, where he goes like complete psycho, right?
yeah.
like in the anime or the manga?
In the anime, I haven't read the manga.
I remember they have slightly different endings.
Oh really?
An anime is
Yeah.
like he just gets killed, right? Or like he's
Oh, big spoiler warning.
Well,
it's fucking like 10, 15 years old,
bro,
man.
it's probably more than that.
Like, it's more than that
Yeah.
already. Wow, too soon, guys. My bad.
Yeah, too soon,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Too soon. Yeah.
Bringing up Death Note and like Code Geass made me remember like when I was 14 when I first watched Steins Gate, and then like you know how Snapchat back then I have like
Yeah.
the boys and we were just talking about whatever random shit,
Yes,
and then
yes.
like at 3 a.m. when I finished the show I was like, guys, I'm changing everything about me. I'm gonna study science. I'm gonna build a time machine with a microwave.
From a microwave.
And everyone thought
specifically.
because like I went to a pretty like not sheltered. No one knew what being a weeb was at that phase. They're like, the fuck is this guy on about? He
What's
thought
he
I was on
smoking?
drugs.
Yeah, I think you would be on drugs if you suddenly came up to me as a 14-year-old and be
It's
like,
like,
I'm gonna make a
build
time machine out of a microwave. Like,
Yeah. Just microwave some bananas and bada bing bada boom.
yeah.
Gonna reverse time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. It's like, because when I was much younger, in like year 9, year 10, I was just getting a lot more into science. I had this family friend who's way older and is actually in science. And I came up with this idea, which was a perpetual motion machine. And this sounds a lot smarter than it is. I just made the most basic perpetual motion machine literally anyone could think of. And I was like, how come scientists have not done this? And he was like, oh, dude, you're so smart, except this is why it's all wrong. And then that's when I was sat there, I'm like, man, science is kind of hard. What the
Yeah.
like, I thought I solved something, and then I realized, it's like, no, 100 people tried before me. It's like, fuck. All right. Shh. What?
All right. Besides the wholesome animes, because we're reaching to the stage of 14, 15, 16, 15, 16-year-olds.
We're going
Yeah.
into that.
We're going to
territory?
that territory.
Ugh.
We all know it. It's not wholesome anime anymore. At that point, we're not watching any of those anymore.
Are we going?
We
as-
do still.
Okay, but are we
Yeah.
going E or are we going H?
E.
E.
Those
E?
definitely hit harder.
Okay.
Bro.
Also,
Like,
to be honest, I started H really fucking late.
bro, like back in the,
Yeah, I saw H Relay as well.
I remember reading To Love or Darkness, and oh my god.
But I thought To Love Ru was cringe.
No,
I could not stand
like To Love Ru or Darkness,
To Love Ru.
because
I never
Darkness and
watched
To Love Ru are different.
I wouldn't
How old
know.
was I when I was 2018? 2018, I was
18.
year 9 or 10.
All I can say is that every teenage boy who did not read The Two Lovers Darkness when they were 14 years old is missing out.
No, I read Total Rue Darkness when I was like it's like year 9. So like I was close.
Oh yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
No, I didn't understand the concept of ease or like more ecchi anime until like year 9 and 10. I was like, ew, that's disgusting. The hell?
I think it's like pretty obvious when it's like E or H though, because it's like sorry, not E or H, sorry,
have we
E or
watched-
normal.
Have we watched HXH?
No.
No,
Not that HXH that we're thinking about.
I'm not thinking about any H. What the fuck
Wait,
is
what?
HXH?
Oh man, you guys are missing
I'm
out.
being
You
duped.
guys are missing out.
I don't think I am, bro. I'll be
I thought
honest.
HHG was High School DxD.
No.
Oh.
It's the Gundam version. Oh, not Gundam. The mecha version of High School DxD.
Hold on.
There's
They
a
would-
I have no
Mecha
clue.
version.
Okay,
I
never
have no
mind.
clue, I have
Damn
no
it.
clue.
Okay,
missed
to be honest, you
opportunity.
had me at Mecha.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but speaking of High School DxD, so I remember I first found this anime through my friend we're friends with this guy now. But way back then, I was like just meeting this guy for the first time. It's like, oh, it's wet weather. We're in the same class. He's just sitting in the corner watching anime, right? I'm like, okay, what kind of anime is he watching? And then suddenly his phone screen gets hit by big fucking tits. I'm just like, what are you watching in the middle of class? He just looks at me and he fucking smiles. It's not the smile of like an innocent teen having his fun. It's the smile of one who knows what kind of shit he's cooking. And he's looking at you. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
tell someone. They'll
Bro,
never
bro.
believe you. Everyone believe me.
That's
late,
not a
though.
smile. That's a fucking smirk.
Like, and then even later down the line, a whole group of my friends were watching High School DxD, and they were telling me, you gotta watch it for the plot. I was like, fuck you mean watch it for the plot? And then I gave it a try, and it actually has plot, which really disappointed me, because I couldn't make fun of it anymore. I couldn't say like, oh, High School DxD is only good because it appeals to fucking teenage boys. No, it actually has a fucking plot. And I'm like,
So,
shit, I'm actually
Bruce.
invested.
Boost! Boost! It's the plot.
Yeah.
I'll be real, like half of the plot relies on it. Yes.
I mean,
But,
I think
like,
I
it's-
remember.
That was a
hear it.
super anime trivia question at one point. Like, how
Boost?
many times
Oh,
does a guy say boost in one episode?
I think like around that time, like when year 9, you start like doing grade sport in Australia.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So like we go on buses, and then I'm still kind of closeted weeb, but like people know I'm the fucking weeaboo. And then like on my like shitty Samsung phone, and like I'll download all the anime episodes, and then I'll just watch it. And then one time, I think like because I know my other friend is kind of weeb, but like he's not like he doesn't know what E's
yeah,
are.
so he's like,
Doesn't
he's
know what
kinda-
E's are.
yeah.
And
On
then so
the
I was just like
edge.
watching an E. It wasn't that explicit. But then that one scene, he just like happened to look over to my screen,
Watching
and then it
food
was and it was just
like
a
that.
fucking panty shot.
Okay,
Oh,
watching
yes.
food.
And then
is
he was
that
like-
too.
My God, just fucking watching hentai.
No, because I remember
Publicly exiled.
I tried giving Food Wars a go because, like, you know, it's cooking anime and they make really good looking food. I opened episode 1 and I just get hit by, you know, one of their scenes and I was like,
Boobas.
Yeah.
yeah, this was also
Honestly,
around.
that's
Exploding shirts.
This is around the time too when my PC was in the living room.
Oh.
So my dad sees that too. He's like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "I'll be real, Dad. I don't know either. I thought this was about cooking. What the?" I had a hard time explaining.
Could imagine.
Yeah, I didn't get past episode 2 for that same reason.
So besides the main like High School DxD, Total Love Ru, did we have like a niche one that we would say that really like that we always remember that show?
Holy shit! I'll be honest, I forget like 90%.
Like
of
for
the
E's
shows
and
I watched.
H's?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, for E's and H.
For
like,
E's and H.
H-
in particular.
Okay, let's just say
Okay,
H.
just-
H that's not on H.
I just
Fights.
forget H. I'll
Okay,
be
okay.
honest.
Okay, let's not put masterpiece here.
You know the problem, like strictly E's, right?
Yeah.
Because you know like how like in some like thriller series, or like more adult ones, they kind of reveal the booba too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like not gonna lie, I was reading Berserk the other day, and holy crap, some of the scenes in the manga, oh my, it was hot. It was hot.
I think like I was watching like a really old one,
Yeah.
and then I think they just didn't understood that boomers or titties weren't gonna be censored yet, and then it was just like 14-year-old me was just like, wow. What the hell? There's just titties.
Wow.
What the hell? Like,
Oh
because
my
you just
God.
imagine
Awooga.
at that time, like anime was already starting to be censored.
Yeah.
So like pre that era was just like they were just fine. They were just fine with like having cleavage out, and then like when the fight scenes happened, the girls' clothes get slashed, and I expected it's gonna be a white screen. Oh, it was just titties. I was like, oh my god, what the hell? At that time, I was like, wow, that's what women's titties look like.
That sounds so poor for you, mate.
Anyways, okay. I think
Alright.
we've spoken enough about
Yeah.
H and E's.
Yeah. Let's move on to one last little thing. Is there any anime recently that has changed your life in like your adult years?
In terms of H and E's.
No, in general. God damn, bro. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Okay. Recent years.
Oh, this is a hard thing.
That's a hard because like.
Mine's so easy.
Then you go first. Then.
Yeah, you go first. Give us some
So
ideas.
everyone knows, at least everyone that interacts with me knows how much I love Grand Blue.
Yes, I thought so.
okay.
Now you two, in fact, everyone in this room probably knows my general habits. Yeah,
You
I'm
wanna
not saying
explain-
it was inspired by
You want to
Grand
explain to
Blue.
the viewers who don't know?
Yeah,
about your
sure.
habits?
So Grand Blue is about a boy that enters university and he's looking to make new friends. So he joins the diving club and has lots of fun adventures involving tons of water and a lot more water.
Yeah, lots of oolong tea, right?
Yeah,
Oolong
yes,
tea.
yes. The special gimmick of his water and oolong tea is they can set on fire. I've been trying to mimic that for a while. Usually just explodes in my hand.
Yikes.
Okay, I thought when we said recent, we are gonna talk about like this.
I said
Years.
adult years, boy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
adult years. Okay.
Basically, like post high school, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Post high school.
Because I say it's that.
I think
really
I would
wanna
say
anything else. 'Cause, like,
Horimiya.
ooh, that's a good option.
Horimiya for me
yeah.
is like maybe like okay, Horimiya was like I watched Planet when I was like 15, so like before like I understood what romance or like what adult concepts were about romance. It's kind of like ironic that I watched them in like that order, where like Horimiya is like high school romance,
Yeah.
and then Planet is like high
Married
school
life.
and then to married life. But then like it kind of like as I watched it as an adult for Horimiya, I was like, damn, these two couples are such fucking stupid. But then like it also made me realize, wow, that this shit happened nearly exactly the same when I was in high school.
Yeah, right. So it's like kind of realistic, so you connect with it.
Yeah,
I
kinda
really
connect.
liked Horimiya too,
Mm.
for similar reasons, but also it was just like feels good.
I mean, I modeled my whole look after the dude, like the piercings, the chains, everything.
Okay,
hair
now
as
that,
well.
Yeah,
now,
the hair as well. Like
Now that you mention
really
it-
changed me,
yeah. I didn't realize that until you mentioned it.
Mm.
dude. I'm gonna get that lip piercing like him and just do the whole
You
chain
can get
thing.
a fake one,
Yeah.
like one
yeah,
that just
yeah,
pinches
yeah,
your
yeah,
lip.
yeah.
Because like getting an actual piercing through
That
your
will
lip
fucking
hurts.
hurt.
Yeah,
I would
especially if
reckon
you got
that
like
fucking
thick
hurt.
skin like I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it already hurts like a bitch, like at the ones at the top, like
Yikes.
yeah.
I think it.
Wait, so have you got any piercings yet? Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
cartilage.
So
I
just-
hear piercings in general vary a lot because I know some people that say cartilage hurts the most, which makes sense.
It doesn't
I also
hurt.
know a lot of people that say cartilage don't hurt at all.
It doesn't hurt until like when it's healing. Because like
No, what is the
when
case?
when it's like holding still and then like
Yeah.
your skin just starts growing onto the metal and then it's
It shouldn't be growing onto
Yeah.
metal if you have a proper piercing.
well mine did and then like because I didn't fucking sanitize it and clean it. That's why.
Ah.
'Cause I got lazy.
I
got lazy.
Lazy with
At
healing.
least mine didn't disappear on me.
It didn't disappear. I still have the thing. I just took it out and then healed in an instant.
Yeah,
Right.
it disappeared on me.
Wait, so if you get a piercing, right?
Yeah.
If you don't keep the piercing itself in, does like the whole
it
heals?
yeah, the whole
Look.
heals.
I had 2 piercings here.
Yeah.
I took mine out to try put a new one in. I couldn't get the new one in, so I tried putting the old one in. I failed. A day later, the hole closed up entirely. Like you could see the hole, but you couldn't fit anything in it in
Yeah.
a day.
Damn.
I was like reading online. It's like, oh, how long does it take for a hole to close up? Because after I couldn't fit it in, I was like, oh, how long till do I need to wait till I reopen it? And they're like, oh, you should wait for it to like completely heal, so like 2 weeks or something. And they're spouting this stuff. By the way, this is also why I tried to take my piercings out, because they said generally it's 8 weeks until you can try new earrings.
Yeah.
So I took it out after 8 weeks. Anyway, in less than 12 hours, this thing healed up, and it's been like what, nearly a month, not even a whole month,
Yeah.
and the hole's nearly gone entirely.
Damn.
Like,
Guy, this Kevin just has like the nine tails sealed inside his stomach and has insane healing abilities.
fucking Wolverine, boy.
Yeah.
All right, Bill. What you got? What changed your adult life?
Oh, probably the One Piece.
Really?
The One Piece.
Yeah.
Did you catch up to that?
Well, technically, I read it during high school, but I kind of had a bit of a renaissance with One Piece in recent.
Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to reconcile med school and One Piece. There's like, that's 2 lifelong dedications. How the fuck did you do both?
Well,
Shout out to Bill being in med school.
yeah. No. It's not so much the anime, but more so the card game. For one.
Oh!
That's even more life changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, it's One Piece.
Technically. it's
Yeah.
One
It's
Piece.
like
But you didn't watch it then, in that case, right? You
Well,
played it?
I did read it. Like-
I guess.
This
Bro, test me on the One Piece characters.
I don't fucking
Who's
know.
in the white beard crew?
This guy's fucking not sue anime, bro. This guy's sue manga. It's like, we're like, oh, what did you watch? It's like, I read this. I read this.
Okay, to be fair, I'm like that most days too. The only reason why I watched Free Run, which was my most recent watched, is because I read it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fair
I mean,
enough.
I watched a lot of stuff too, like all the generic stuff. But I don't know.
Can you remember your latest watch?
Vinland Saga.
Damn, that's a while ago.
That's a while
I need to
ago.
give that.
I watched that this year. I watched it
Okay,
this year.
okay.
Because I don't like watching anime until they finish it, like airing.
I get that mood.
Yeah.
You know what the worst one is? You say, "Oh, I'll wait for it to finish to watch it," and then you forget its existence. You just move on.
Oh yeah. I mean that's happened before too.
Oh, dude, my watch list is so long for that singular reason. I'll always be like, "Oh, dude, Kevin, you gotta watch this anime." I'm like, "All right, bet." When it's finished, I'll watch it.
Never ended
Fast forward 5 years, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember
got
I
to it."
recommended that." Oops.
Yeah. I mean it's the same with like all media. For me, it's just like for manga as well. Like if it's unfinished and it's still like publishing, I won't read it.
Oh.
Like I want
I
to
don't know
read
about that
like
one.
I want
I'm
to read
still on
Oshi-
that rental girlfriend grind.
Oh, dude.
like hear me out. Like, I actually want to read Oshinoko so bad,
Yeah.
but it's unfinished, so I don't want to read it, and then catch up, not keep up, and then come back to it like 5 years later and forget what happened.
The recent developments makes the wait like so fun. Cause like, oh my god.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Okay. The other thing is though, like, I don't know. I tend to keep up with manga generally pretty well. Like I'm watching,
I don't.
not watching,
can't.
reading Apothecary Diaries,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which had its anime come out, but I haven't watched the anime.
Oh,
so
yeah, I've heard about it. I've
yeah,
heard
I
about
read it. I'm still reading it. Another one I was keeping up with recently is Land of the Lustrous.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
Best one probably.
Wait, is it finished?
I think it's nearly finished.
nearly.
Yeah.
There's something else like there's another one on my phone right now
Yeah.
that I was keeping up with, but I can't remember its name. Oh, actually, I remember now. It's like so long, but it's like the flower blooms in spring or something like that. Pretty much the premise is just like you got a girl in a rich all girls private school and a guy that looks like a delinquent in a public all boys school, and it's just a romance.
Wow.
But it's like really nice and wholesome.
You could say the Land of the Lustrous is a bit of a jam.
I'm gonna leave. Alright, that's the end of Purin Podcast for good. Bye.
No, I'm kidding. We're not ending the episode yet. We're just. But anyways, besides the sidetrack road that we just took, did any anime made you emotional or cry before?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
So would you want to elaborate which one?
Okay, so my first ever sad anime that I watched was Clanad After Story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was probably like, drop off on the deep end back in those days. Because
Yeah.
like back in those days, your famous sad ones were like Clanad, what was it like? Okay, so
Wait,
I
you know what is that? You know what is that?
What is sad?
Your Lie in April.
Nah, fuck off, man. Fuck off.
Okay.
This guy says you lie in April's fucking sad.
Wait.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so
You know she was gonna die.
Yeah, so? It's like, I know I'm gonna die.
so
There's
in
difference.
This is imminent.
Okay, so in regards to that, like, I don't think I found Plastic Memories sad when I first watched it because I didn't really understand it, right? Whereas like Clownhead's like really in your face. It doesn't like there's no metaphor to it. It's literally just like, yeah, get fucked,
Yeah.
right? So and then also it's just like after Clownhead, it's kind of hard to like cry over something. Funny enough, I get like emotional over like really intense scenes. So have you guys seen Fate at all?
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Have you seen
Like,
Fate?
No,
the,
to
not,
me,
the,
not just
the
any
main
Fate.
series or like the spin-offs?
Babylonia.
Oh no! I watched it.
I
in
think
Fate
so,
Grand
I think
Order.
so.
I read the story.
Yeah,
in
I think
Fate
okay.
Grand Order.
I think I've
So
seen Babylonia.
If you've played Fate Grand Order and you've played through the first like major half, then you'll know Babylonia arc. And in the anime, they have this scene where it's basically just the green haired dude Enkidu going crazy, right? But the scene just makes it so good, and you can't
Oh,
help
I
but
get
be
it,
like,
yeah.
"Holy shit, this is so intense!" And then I just can't help but break a tear every single time. Another one like that, actually, which is sad because I hate the series, is My Hero Academia
Oh.
when Endeavor fights the
Yeah.
Nomu.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
goes, Robinus,
Yeah.
but
I feel so fucking much during that scene, despite hating it.
I think
Like not
yeah.
the scene, the anime.
I
Okay.
think that's what brought me back to My Hero when I was like, when I saw
Yeah.
that scene, I was like, it was all over YouTube, and then like it was like that moment where like Todoroki was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
my dad was a G.
And then you read the manga and it's just like,
Yeah, the animation saved. My
that
Hero
might be
for
a
me.
hot take. I don't care. I'll fight
Okay, no.
Yeah, on the topic of emotional scenes. You know what else is a really emotional scene? So like, have you seen Heaven's Feel?
Sorry?
Heaven's Field.
Fate,
Oh,
Heaven's
yep,
Feel.
yep. Okay, which
I-
one? Which one?
I'm missing out.
So the second movie, at
Uh-huh.
the end, when you find out Sakura gets fucked on her brother.
Oh,
Holy, that's actually the scene in anime that made me feel the most fucked up. I was like, what the fuck?
no, I think like the moment for me was in Heaven's Field 3 because I'm a Saber simp.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like when, like Emiya fucking just stabs, like Saber Alter. I was like, damn. In another universe, she was your waifu, man. In another timeline, she was your fucking waifu. Right. Oh wait, I shouldn't be banging that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
the mics
Yeah.
get a little bit sensitive about
Yeah.
that.
And then
I missed
Ooh.
it. I made, Heaven's Feel is actually on that watch list of
Yeah.
like being like, oh, I'll watch it
I mean,
when I have time. And
I did
never
really like
made
Heaven's
time
Feel
for
more than Unlimited Blaze Work. I'm a bit of a Sakura simp.
I'm kind of mad that Studio Dean took Fate Stay Night because I'd like Saber, and then they took,
Oh.
and they never remade.
Never gave it
Stay Night.
justice.
They never remade.
They
the
never
time-
gave it
They
justice.
You
never
know-
gave it justice.
It's really weird because when it comes to my interest in Fate, it's pretty much only through the FGO spin-offs. And it's not even FGO in a whole as a game. I fucking hate the game. That game scammed me. I saved up so hard for Meltrolus and I got nothing. I was a free-to-play 15-year-old and I got nothing. I didn't get a single banner up. Although I'll be honest, they did give me like Gilgamesh on a one pull and
Yo.
what's the assassin kid's name? Jack the Ripper. Yeah, Jack the Ripper
Oh,
is
yeah,
a
Jack-
kid in the game, by the way.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
pretty much like I was obsessed with Camelot and Babylonia. And my two biggest obsessions for that over the rest of the series was just like Gilgamesh not being an arsehole and actually being cool. And then Merlin's design being peak. And then there was the old man of the mountain.
Oh, Hassan.
Yes, I think every single boy with a little bit of edge to them
It
just
was like,
sees that
oh
and
my
like,
god,
I wish I was
granddaddy,
granddaddy
with big
indeed.
sword,
Yes.
full black attire. Oh my god, that is just full edge.
Yeah, I wish I could dress like him. Unfortunately, it costs a few $100s worth of metal.
Yikes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Cause like I watched Fate Stay Night, And I didn't really get attached to any of the characters, if I'm honest.
Guys, I have a hot take
Yeah.
from Mary
Go
about
for it.
sad animes. Silent Voice. She gave a 6 out of 10.
That's
No, that's reportable. That's reportable.
That's
That's-
reportable.
That's reportable. That's reportable.
reportable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mary,
Mary,
you're a
if you're watching
brave
this-
This is
soul.
reportable.
Yeah,
I was just like, 6 out of 10? Really?
yeah, bro. Mary, if you're watching this, this is EGM worthy.
You know her justification was?
What?
Because the guy was a bully, so why would I like him?
Okay, to be honest.
Okay, to be fair.
Okay, to be fair, it is
Yeah.
kind of fucked up. It is kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
in that
but
sense.
the whole point is him growing as an adult
Yeah.
and changing, right?
Yeah.
Understanding.
It is about
as
a
a
bit of
kid.
a redemption.
Yeah.
And then kind of like, he grew up during school and then like, he got his own medicine, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Like he bullied and then got bullied.
Yeah. So like, he
Yeah.
understood like what comes around goes around.
Yeah.
But 6? 6 is like, I barely just made it through the show kind of thing.
Okay. Let's just say, I don't know how people feel if they've only seen the movie.
I cried like a
Oh, I
little
read it.
bitch when I was in the cinema.
Because once again, I read the manga like 5 years before the movie came out.
I read it
I
when
read
the movie came
manga.
out.
That's gonna be a counter in the podcast.
Yeah.
I read that.
like genuinely, I read it before like 5 years before the movie came out.
I remember I went to watch the movie with a friend, and he read the manga, and he was giving fucking spoilers during when we're watching
Oh,
the
dude,
movie.
I hate
was like,
the
why
one-
are you telling
You know-
me before the scene
Yeah.
happens?
The worst part is when the scene's like about to pop up. It's like less than a minute until the scene
Yeah.
happens. Like, dude, this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Is when he does this. I'm like,
I'm like,
the
shut
whole-
the fuck up.
But the music makes it 10 times sadder.
Yeah.
The music
oh,
actually
dude,
is so good.
Music sells every scene for sure. Like the reason why I find those intense scenes so emotional is because the music just goes so
Yeah, it hits you
goddamn hard.
like it's a right track at the right time.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think I would have found the Endeavor scene very emotional at all if it wasn't
like
for that
the
song.
silent scene, and the
Yes.
whole thing. Yeah.
Like, composers go hard.
Okay. A bit of a sad anime recommendation. Like, I'm not sure many people have seen it, but I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Only cultured people know this one. I swear.
I'm sorry, I have to set this one out. I know about it. I never got around to watching it either.
It's a bit like Your Lie in April, to be
It's
honest.
kind of, yeah, it's like, she just died. She just died.
Yeah, but it's
Like she was
sad.
taken before her time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like before anything could be said,
yeah.
she was gone.
Maybe it's something about like those type of series.
Yeah, it's
gets
like
me.
when the MC finally finds the answers to like say or the courage to say
Yeah.
something, they just end it. Like the
Exactly.
character's just been taken away. And it's
Like that's what makes it sad.
it's like the conclusion was never fully met, but they have to make do with the conclusion themselves. Like, oh yeah, I love this person.
Yeah, I
But
mean, to me,
I'll
that's what
never
makes
be
it
able to
sad.
tell her.
Yeah,
And then like they do like the thing where like like that person leaves a letter behind. It's like, oh, I loved you, but I just wish we had more time. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
What my
You know
favorite
what's the
trope-
most funny and sad anime I watched?
What?
It's like pretty ironic because like it's like, have you guys watched Hotarubi no Morie? So like
I feel like I've definitely seen it on my anime list.
so like it's like about a spirit and a girl, and the girl grows up with the spirit at like the forest.
Oh right,
Oh,
it's like
is
the
it
40
The Spirit
minute
Has a
long like
Mask?
movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
this one.
You know what's so funny?
What?
That like instead of it was supposed to be a sad scene, but I laughed instead. Was he fucking dies not touching the girl that he loves, but by some random kid just touches him
That's a
and he dies.
fucked up thing to laugh on, bro.
Because I watched it when I was an adult, so I was just like, oh my god.
All right, because he disappears if someone touches him.
Yeah,
right?
so like it was
Yeah.
reaching the conclusion. I was like, okay, he's about to touch my girl. He's about. Okay, that sounded weird, but like he's about to be lifted off his spirits, right? He's the conclusion was coming, and then the kid fucking touches him. I was
That's
like,
the
why?
point. I think that's the point. That's the trope, right?
So I just laughed instead of feeling sad when it's supposed to be a sad scene.
Yeah, it's like the manic laugh where you see something so traumatizing that you
Yeah.
just can't help but go Joker mode.
Ah,
Or
that
you're already
man.
Joker and you're just laughing at someone else's pain.
It was just like, ha, Really? This is what has happened?
I
What?
can't tell what kind of psycho love that is.
All right, I think it's time to wrap up and kind of explain about the next event because we're running tight on time.
Yeah. Okay. So, our next event, actually, it's Mahou Shoujo. We
Yes.
just pull up the prompt that I was given because they were not happy with what I said last time. So I'll make it right for them this time. Let's see. Yeah.
We gotta fill up this.
Okay,
empty
so, like,
void.
Just a short summary. We're gonna have for our week 10's event. We're gonna have Mahou Shoujo Magical Girl. What it entails is personal quizzes, origami, star jars, poses, and catchphrases. Final exam to be revealed, and if I read correctly, Muse's pantsu or panties, and our president Luke, not our president, but internal vice president Luke, in cosplay, in a magical outfit. So.
There's lots of things to do, and even more things to not
Yeah.
do.
It's a pretty hefty event, so lots of content to be done.
Yeah.
I make
There,
it
so
sound like
you
the
will
event is
always
bad.
be engaged. So hope you guys all come if you do watch the video.
Sorry, I just said something and made it sound a lot worse than it meant to be. I don't know what was going through my head. There's a lot to do, lots of different activities. Each one can actually take up like the entire event runtime if you're really interested in it. The reason why I said that a lot to not do is I'm not sure many people want to specifically deal with Muse's pantsu or Luke in a cosplay.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Eunice for making the first animated anime
Ooh,
banner.
that is
Alright, that is true.
Yeah.
She
So you
did
can
make the animated banner.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yes.
But also a bit of a hot take.
What was the hot take?
So, the banner, right? The art is really good, but it's also a little bit cursed. Like, if you've seen it,
Yeah.
it's a little bit cursed.
No, I think it's pretty.
Well,
pretty
okay. It kind of takes a spin on what Muse's character is. I
What?
mean,
No, not
what is
really.
Muse's character? Like,
Oh, he's just our local twink at this point. I'll be
okay, he's just a
honest.
local twink now,
Yeah,
I guess.
we just make him.
So 2024, our artist group or our team
Yeah.
really wants to spin the idea that Muse is a twink.
yeah, I'm on board with it. It's funnier that way.
Yeah, it's better concept
Fine. They're
than what we've been doing
mascots.
anyways.
They're slaves to our own imaginations. What are they gonna do? Unexistent.
All right.
souls?
Besides that,
Alright.
we're gonna end it for today. So thank you guys all for tuning in, and hope you guys tune in for next week.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Signing out. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.